الله من قلبي وأقصده على دربي أعدد من فضائله فلا تحصي له كتبي أحب الله من قلبي وأقصده على دربي أعدد من فضائله فلا تحصي له كتبي له أسماؤه الحسنى معانيها بلا ريب له الآيات شاهدة على حكم له تنبي له أسماؤه الحسنى معانيها بلا ريب له الآيات شاهدة على حكم له تنبي على حكم له تنبي أدقق في خلائقه فأشهد أنه ربي فيعلم كل خافية ويسمع نبضة اللب أدقق في خلائقه فأشهد أنه ربي فيعلم كل خافية ويسمع نبضة اللب.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنة يوم الدين. All praise due to Allah, and may Allah's peace and blessings on the last Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and on all those who follow the path of righteousness until the last day. This topic, the rights of the children, actually I have entitled it 7 Habits for Successfully Raising Muslim Children. And the material which I will present to you actually is a product of some research done by one of my wives who was about to raise a Muslim child, and she wanted to do some research. She went and met parents whom she knew had raised righteous children. And she wanted to try to gather what were the factors, what were the habits, the characteristics which these parents had, which made them able to successfully raise Muslim children for herself to benefit from. And that research material she put together and made a presentation amongst the sisters. This is in Qatar. I have taken that same material and I will be presenting it to you in this particular context, in the context of the 7 habits for successfully raising Muslim children. The first thing that we must address is the fundamental goal of raising Muslim children. That this goal should be distinct and different from the goals of raising children in general. The society teaches that children should be raised for particular purposes. And Islamic society teaches that children should be raised for particular purposes. There may be some overlapping, which is natural, but the goals of the Muslim family, of Muslim parents, in raising Muslim children should be raising righteous Muslims. That should be clear. The goal is to raise righteous Muslims, not merely children who identify culturally with the Islamic culture, or we could really call it the Muslim culture from which we come, because Islamic culture and Muslim culture may be at variance. Muslim culture may involve and include many other things which are really not a part and parcel of Islamic culture. So oftentimes, the goals that people have set for themselves is to raise children who conform with the culture which they have inherited. But what we're talking about is really raising them in accordance with Islamic culture, truly Islamic culture. And as such, they should be raised righteous Muslims. So parents should have high goals and expectations for their children. For true Muslims, the highest possible goal and expectation is none other than paradise. The Prophet ﷺ was reported by Abu Huraira to have promised paradise for the child raised a righteous Muslim. He said, سبعة يظلهم الله تعالى في ظله يوم لا ظل إلا ظله إمام عادل وشاب نشأ في عبادة الله. 7 will be shaded by Allah in His shade on a day when there will be no shade besides His shade. A just ruler and a youth who grows up worshiping Allah. That should be our goal as parents, to raise children who will grow up worshiping Allah. Most people's high expectations of their children, this is the reality in which we're living, is focused on the dunya. So what a parent tends to think is, I want my child to have a medical degree, an engineering degree, or a law degree. I want them to have these wonderful professions which earn a lot of money and have with them a lot of prestige, etc., etc. Now, these goals are fine from an academic and vocational perspective, and they're needed by the Muslim community for its healthy survival, especially in this world, in this time. However, they should not take precedence over the primary goal in the life of the Muslim: paradise in the life to come. Thus, parents should desire for themselves and their children paradise, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah At-Tur, verse 21, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَاتَّبَعَتْهُمْ ذُرِّيَّتُهُمْ بِإِيمَانٍ أَلْحَقْنَا بِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَمَا أَلَتْنَاهُمْ مِنْ عَمَلِهِمْ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. And for those who believe and whose offspring follow them in faith, I will join their offspring with them, and I will not decrease their rewards in any way. Now, the first habit for those who want to successfully raise Muslim children is taqwa, piety. From the perspective of the children, it is the right of children that their parents be righteous.